Well, hello, and welcome. This is Julie with the Jewel Design, and it's been a while. I'm sorry. I should have put a post up. I realized I posted on Instagram that I was on vacation for a week with the girls, and then it was the week of school starting, so oh my gosh, it's been 2 weeks. I knew I threw up during that end of the first week, the purple tattered paperback journal, showing it off, up for sale. I'm really happy that I found a new home. And then it was just like, oh my gosh, getting kids ready for school, and this week has already flown by. So I wanted to jump on, do some happy mail, potentially like look at the next fall journal I did a while back, and maybe take a quick gander through it and see what we think, whether I need to do some mass mailing, and a sneak peek at some of the pages of the progress of my newest digital. So it was a nice little update. How are you? I'm getting back in the swing of things. Before we know it, I think this will be a Wednesday, so we have a week and a half of summer. Well, not summer left, but it feels like that too. A week and a half left of August already, which technically means sometime in September it is fall, if the weather can permit. We've had all kinds of things. We've had hurricane warnings and earthquakes, and people are getting, flash flooding and wind and rain, and oh my gosh, it's been a very weird summer for so many of us. We're constantly dealing with the heat waves, and now we've got constant thunder bumpers, and I call them thunder bumpers, but they don't always produce something, but we've had thunder go by too, so it's been crazy. Thought I'd jump in. I had something fun to share. I have some progress, so I figured I had to do something, right? I needed to jump on, see what was going on, and get you updated, trying to get back in the swing of things. I have a lot of projects coming ahead of me, and they're not all craft-based. So, really quickly, there's one of two ways with this. We'll do back and forth. We'll show you what I worked on and where I think I need to go with it. I'll do the happy mail, and then I'll sneak peek you with the last bit of what I've got. So hopefully you'll stay through this whole video, and I will go as fast as I can. So I sold my last autumn journal that I worked on last October. That showcased one of my kits. Oh my gosh, I did so many fall kits last year. So did a journal with that. It found a new home recently. I'm so stoked. Finally, poor baby sat in my shop for, from November to, July. So really stoked that I found a home. It's a gorgeous kit. I did this one out of my porch prints in the beginning. So back in 2020 fall, we probably hit, COVID. So in that summer, as I was creating my own kits, I started working with hers. I love her work. I don't even know if this kit is still out. It was one of her first. Well, I can't say one of her first. She has so many. So I would say I don't know if they're dated. You can look at her fall ones. You might be able to figure it out. I'd have to go look it up. So maybe I'll put it down below. I'll put down, if I can find it and it's still in our shop, I will link it down below. One of my porch prints, fall kits, and I was really stoked because I made it with the press board and a lot of what do we want to call it, tissue, and then I took papers and I put them on cardstock, all her background pages, and I stripped them, and within the strips created that background, put more tissue on it, put more decorative on top, and here, we've got, this was the leftover strips, so we had a cute little cathedral pocket, of course, with all her, all things. I have a lot of her journal cards backed, a little temperamental for writing, but I think with the right pen, or you could even put little bits of coffee dyed paper in areas and write on them. But I tabbed things. I did every piece of paper she had, backed it accordingly, added things to it, and even added some of my own papers. I ran out of, there were some things where I didn't feel like I had enough what I was looking for, so I added my collage papers to it, of course, and my vellum and all my fun doohickeys. So my worry is that I have a lot of journal cards that are just here. They're inked, most of them, but they're not overly decorated on top of that, and so I don't want to get myself in trouble with her. I don't want to just send it out. So I do need to ink them, and I think some of these need to be enhanced somewhere. I think that's my biggest thing, is that I need to do a little bit of TLC to some of these cards. I think I need to ink them more. That one, yeah, I didn't ink everything, or I inked it in gray. This is when I was doing some things with the silver and some things with the antique. So I think they need to be just touched up a little bit. I think we need some TLC. This is tucked in. Little, made little things everywhere, like envelopes and book bags. And I mean, I had fun with it. I was using stuff that I had, and I'm really stoked about that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it needs, I think a lot of things are inked in silver, because I felt the kit could to gravitate towards that. So I'll have to double check things silver and add a little bit more antique. You know, there's a pocket back here. So I had a lot of fun with all the pockets and adding in all the pretty little journal cards, right? I had no problem with that. I do feel we need some TLC. So I need to do a little inking, need to do some, you know, fun bits and pieces. Everything has something. Some of them I did decorate. I had a lot of fun decorating them, but I think I just got tired. There were so many journal cards, and there's so many pockets in our kits. You just can't, you know. I did ink a lot of them. I think that's the thing, is I inked the front. I just didn't really ink the back, so I think we'll have to do some inking. But I definitely had fun with the pockets. I don't know if this was, any of these were according to her layout, because I was pretty new at it, so I probably followed her instructions pretty well. Belly bands, and this one folds open. This was like a pocket of a pocket. Again, I think I tried to follow her instructions on most things if she had it. So, you know, or I just folded it up because I watched somebody. I think there was a way to fold this, and that's what this one came from. There was an idea on how to fold this. So you folded it up, you made pockets, So this is my little tab envelope. So these like all had, you know, toppers on them. And so I just have to go through it, I think, and do a little more TLC really quickly. Maybe find some of my fall ephemera, my fall fussy cut stuff, and add to it. I think that's going to be a little bit helpful too. If I can add some of my elements to hers, and it doesn't, you know, like my papers, it doesn't make it all exclusively hers, and, you know, it has a little bit of everything to it. So I had a lot of fun, you know, adding my pockets to my vellums, and this, you know, this flipped out, and you had more tucks and more, you know, this one I put the pocket on the page and, you know, decked it up that way. So some of these have some really great little bits and pieces. I just didn't do it to everything, and so I'm regretting that right now. But there's pockets in places, and there's one more piece in here. It's really fun. This one is awesome. This is a flip out, has an envelope in it, has another book inside it. So I took all her little cards that were sort of side by side, back to back, and did a little doohickey and decorated some of them up and just made this cute little booklet out of it, right? So these could be fun just to look at and maybe add more pictures and more elements to it. So that was a blast, trying, you know, learn to take paper, double up on it, and make it hold out. Had fun. I had distressed something. I was doing the tea dye, and that was what was left over. Do need to decorate this one and reinforce it. The bag is a little thin. Has some file folders in it, so maybe we throw some paper in them, make more booklets again. Finding constant pages to write on, things to write on, flag, paper clip. In the back I had a lot of fun because then I did these guys. These were paper, you know, attached by paper clips, you know, and they're little notebooks. Took little, oh, there's paper in there. I'm like, oh, there's writing on that. Oh, I must have needed the size for something. I don't know if I made them small or whether I might have. Knowing me. I must have measured it. Goodness gracious, we measure? We don't measure. So anyway, made cute little papers and pages and things. So I had a lot of fun with the kit. Really did. Not, you know, I think I made it about the same time I made my really large one with my first kit ever, which would have been 2020. So yeah, I bought this back in 2020. I don't know if it was new that year or whether it was a re-release in that year. You know, she has so many pretties. That's just another pocket, but it sits so nicely on its own. I love where the apple was, so I didn't. This one I may have had leftovers, and this is just how I stacked them and you know, glued it to where you can make it a tuck. So this is just some cute little thing. It will be up for sale soon. Like I said, I just need to do a little TLC. Haven't done anything with this one. I guess I need to glue it. I think I was debating on what to do with it. So maybe we'll glue it in. Well, actually, I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let you guys decide what to do with it, how you want to decorate it, or it depends how things are going. Because I hate to like make it a pocket where you can't see all this gorgeous, but then, you know, because we could use the tabs for things. So yeah, little TLC. There's the other half of the edges. This was all the leftover pieces that I just sort of kept glued together and made pockets out of. So it's a really fun. It's very stout because of the press board, because of the extra pieces of paper, all the Mod Podge, and the extra lace and whatnot. It is a really good book. Has quite a bit of pages in here. I'll have to count out what there is and how many flips, but a lot of journal cards and fun little things, fun little areas to write in or on. So I think that it has great potential. And oh my gosh, of course, hold on one sec. Oh good, it didn't cut me off. Okay. See, I knew better. I always forget that I need to be, oh wait, did it cut me off? No, I'm still recording, right? Okay, good. I was like, something looked weird, and I was like, no, I hope not. No, not Wi-Fi calling. Yeah, watch, I'm going to do everything in the world, and I'm going to, there we go. I'm not sure Wi-Fi calling is still on. So I lied. I shut it off in the process. In the process of trying to turn everything off, I shut it off. It's okay. Luckily, my computer does its job. So as you can see, we have a new background too. If you've been watching, we had the black and white, and the black and white was driving me insane. And I needed to have something else. So I found at Dollar Tree this marbly contact paper. And so it's more muted. It's not going to hopefully pick up too much light. So far the lighting looks okay to me. So we'll cross our fingers that it's working its job. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's sort of my Porch Prince, autumn journal. I'm going to add some more things to it. I think we're going to fancy it up a little bit. And, add a few more things, I think. Let's see if we can add a little bit more, but get it out to you guys so that in September you can buy it and you have it for 3 months. If you're like me, where autumn is a, 3-month ordeal, you have hopefully enough to keep you occupied with that. So that's how that's going. That is my next part. So it's the only journal I have going on right now. I mean, I have my book stack journal, but I haven't really, it's done in the basic aspect. I just haven't added any of my ephemera in there yet. So yeah, it's next. I mean, it's one of mine. It's for me personally. So it's one of those things like the purple journal. It just, when I get a moment, right? When you get a moment, you're going to work on it. I feel bad because I keep collecting purple things, and I don't have my purple journal done except for that outside pocket and some tabs. I've got the pages done, and I have, not pages, I have the covers done, and I have the tabs done, but I have nothing else. So the big reason for today was a happy mail. So this is from Celeste, and she is with Woodland Woodland Inspired. I don't think Creations. Woodland Inspired on Etsy. Okay, Woodland. And this is Celeste, and she does the prettiest die cut stuff. Sorry, Cricut die cut. I don't know all the different machines, the embossing. Her packaging is absolutely gorgeous, let alone the fact of what she provides you with. And look at this. I mean, she cuts these cutest little toppers. I know she sells toppers. So every bag is like, you don't want to ruin anything. You almost want to like take it all out and enjoy it, and then pack up all your favorite little goodies with it, right? I mean, look at it. She even it has a little sticker. Open here so you know not to tear it apart. So hopefully we don't get too much glare. But we're starting out today. She made me a gorgeous purple kit. Even sent me the cutest little purple handkerchief. See, even that, look at that. It's all layered and embossed, and it's so cute. Oh my gosh, not embossed. Well, embossed or layered. I think it's cut out and then re-enhanced. I don't know. I love it. So she does beautiful work. Go check out her store. I know I'm just a little person, but if you happen to be new and you don't know who Celeste is, go check out Woodland Inspired on Etsy. And anyway, yeah, so she sent me this. She knows I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. I talk about it all the time. So when I get to do something in purple, whether it's a digital or a journal, I'm just, I'm all excited. So that's why the tattered purple journal was real fun to work on, because I got to work on a color I don't normally get to work in. But she's taken some time. It's taken her a little bit of time. She probably started before my birthday on this back in March. And she made me all kinds of beautiful things. So these are the butterfly ribbon holders. And these are for ribbons and lace and whatnot. And I have so many things in baskets. My mom has the most gorgeous layout. She has all her pink toppers, all her pink ones. And she has them all laid all nice and pretty in her basket. And I have everything thrown in my basket. So, baskets. So now I get to wrap everything in gorgeous purple and see all this pretty purple as I'm slowly getting rid of blue. Or I shouldn't say getting rid of blue. Adding purple where I can, since it's just me and the girls now. And, purples and greens and blues, and just sort of girling it up since it is just me and the girls now. And so anytime I could do purple. So then we have the tonic ribbon and lace holders, and this is under the sugar candy group. I think these are all sugar candy, I think is the bases. Usually sets of 5. Now these are pretty. These are cute. They remind me of, can you see them? I don't know. I'll open them up for a second. I don't want to mislabel them. They remind me of like little doll hangers, and then see, I don't really need the big, it's probably, I don't need the big ones anymore. She's got the big ones that she shipped them in, and then the cute little ones, and so I just keep going with plastic. I know she's coming from elsewhere, and thank God, because when it was getting here, who knows what kind of rain it was going to come up against. These are the tonic ribbons, and everything's embossed, and everything's in place, and everything's so easy. So anyway, there we go. These are adorable. They remind me of the little kid, like a little girl's coat hanger, like doll hangers for their clothing. But you can wrap smaller ribbons around. So those are absolutely adorable. Like I said, tonic ribbon and lace holder. Okay. do. I don't, if whatever I have left over. If I have leftovers, I'll have to put them back in their cute little baggies. That I will do. I'll keep the little bags and see what they do with them. She just showed these off. She showed some fall ones off. Some gorgeous black and teal ones. Oh, reminds me of one of my kits, actually. It would go beautiful with my fancy autumn kit. The one she just showed on her Instagram. But these are more greens, peaches, and oranges, and they're her puzzle kits. These are her puzzle pieces. This is a fall themed one. We'll pull a few out. She finds the cutest papers, and then she does her cutouts, and they're all these. To layer these, she's done some stuff with them. I watched her make some tags, I believe, tags or cards or something. I was watching her do it. I couldn't figure out where it came from, and I should have, paid more attention. But she makes these cutest puzzle pieces, and so these are great to layer up on, to decorate with. Ooh, white ones, cool. And so aren't these fun? You have your colors, your solids, your patterns. So those were cute. I was so stoked about that because I love my autumn. We were just looking at autumn, right? I don't think there's the right green in that one. I have to look. Wrong green. But I might be able to do some of those pieces. Maybe we'll do some. We're going to have to add some pieces to that. Oh, good idea, right? Okay, so those are the puzzle pieces. This is a fall theme. I know she has a couple. She has light ones. She has the new darker black and teal version, teal and orange, which is absolutely adorable. So I put those over there. Then we have Circle Floral Frame. Also, these are all, I think, the Sugar Candy edition. I can put these in backwards when I put them back. I'm only taking them out because I really know that they're, it's hard to tell, but this isn't, oh, see, everything is inside something else. Anyway, so it's a frame to do things with, and then she has little, what do you want to call it? Floral cutouts in that one. That's what I said. That was the Circle Floral Frame. Number 5. And then flowers to go with it. Yes. Okay. And then what was this? Oh, these. Oh, yeah. So these are the fun. These are the new blank postage stamps. It's a mystery scrapbook paper, whatever you get, and they are. Oh, I don't know if you can see them. I know the glare. Oh, she was showing these off too. So yeah, if you can't, if you don't find her on Etsy, definitely go find her in Instagram also, because she definitely shows off all these pretties, and these are fun. This is another kit, and oops, and they are pages, little, and they're postage stamp type things, and they're great layers. So a mystery kit is wonderful because you get all kinds of fun little pieces, and they're great for backgrounds, like our tags, like our tickets and our circles and our coins. We always want layers, and these are so fun because you can rip them or cut them. You could fold them. We were thinking about this. You can fold them in half and glue it, and you can make this cute little post-it like trifold. Isn't that cute? Right? If you want to make something little and itty bitty, or cut it in half and do it, you could you could distress the back, put little things on it. You put tiny little fussy cuts on them. Oh, so it was a pretty floral one in here. My mom was doing and awing, so I shared that with her, of course. Mom has her roses way more than I do. So anyway, yeah, those are the blank postage stamps. Those are adorable, which I did. I was like, oh, those are so cute. I mentioned it. And then it was cute how I got a set of them in my happy mail. I was so happy. This was really made my day Monday. My mother got a hold of me over the weekend and said, something showed up at my door with your name on it. And I went, what? I'm like, that's what I thought was cute. I didn't know. Celeste wanted to surprise me, but it had my mom's address. And so I was like, oh, well, all right then. So she's like, you have to come over. You have presents. It was cute. So it did make my day. I finally got to get over to her on Monday, and I got to open these and look at them. We wanted to see what it was, so I had to share with you guys all these lovelies. I mean, she does so much work, and it's so gorgeous. It takes so much time to do what she does. But it's what makes a difference in what we do, right? It totally makes a difference in what we do in our work. These layers are what makes all the difference in the world when we're putting together a journal. And gosh, I have more plastics than I know what to do with now. Thank you, Celeste. Well, we try to put our own thank yous together, right? We have our own little thank you. Thank yous we put together, and I never have enough plastic because I don't sell enough things, so I don't think anything of it. So here's another one, another die cut frame, Great for toppers, great for adding layers. And this one is this rectangle floral, so it's comparable to the round oval. And so this is a sugar candy, set also, and it's a rectangular floral. So it's always, see this here, this little flower here, there are individual flowers that are the same style, and she gave me a bunch in white, so that is absolutely adorable. And then, okay, this is the big one. These are framed pieces that you would definitely add your favorite images to the top, and they would frame out a page topper or a cover topper beautifully. So a little vellum pocket here. We can see, okay, yeah. And aren't these adorable? And these take so much time. So much time, to pop out. So much time to work on. Cute little white one. See again, but you could layer that up. See? And then it keeps going. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at all this work. To do it, get it right, and punch it all out. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that gorgeous? Guess I could do a little bit more punch up, but no, it is the bells, and so you don't want to do it. It's very wedding-y. Oh my gosh, it reminds me, bells at a wedding. Though this does, with the bells and the bows, and a little bit of the holly, this reminds me of almost Christmas. I would think, knowing me personally, I would ink this up for Christmas because it has bows and bells and holly in it. So, but I totally see it as a wedding thing also. I totally see the vines, the ivy, bells for the wedding, and a bow. So, so there's that. And I don't know, I think these were just extras. There was no tag on this one, but 10 to 1 she has a number of these frames in her shop. So I would just go look up, die cut frames, and she would have, picture frames or frames. And these are great for all the potential layers. So isn't that great? Oh, it'd be like the best Happy Mail I've ever received. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to say thank you, and oh my gosh, this was just, I had to show it off. I wanted to ooh and ah over it because I don't get stuff very often. And so it was so sweet of her to, when she had a moment or she had an extra, an extra ordeal, she thought of me, and I'm having issues, of course. She thought of me in my purple and made me little pieces as she went along, and I absolutely appreciate it and adore it. And now I need to make all kinds of things, and I'm like, yeah, I have a lot to make then. I feel like I have so much to make, but I have a huge basket of purple stuff. I just need to get my act into gear. It's just, I need to look at, I had to really do some research. I had to watch a bunch of videos and get some fresh ideas, because my purple journal is supposed to be an inspiration book, so that when I do journals, it reminds me, oh, I haven't done that in a while. I really need to go make that. Or, oh, wouldn't that be great with that kit? Let's do that one. So that's it. But this one I will keep in this plastic baggie because I do not want to lose any pieces, and I do not want to bend anything by accident. So we are going to put this one back in. So this is from Celeste, Woodland Inspired. I'll put the links down below of her shop and her Instagram, so you can find her on both. You can watch the things as they pop up, and then you can, when she does any YouTubes, you can check her out there. And of course, her shop. So I will do a nice little tidbit down below, either upside down triangle or show more. In my description, there will be, all of her links, because we can't miss out on these lovely pieces. Oh my gosh. So that's my stack of lovelies, and they're all purple. So I'm really, really happy. It makes my day. But so I have some reorganizing to do. Again, well, of course. Why not? More organizing. I don't know about you guys, but we do it at the beginning of the year, but then we're like, did that really last very long? Oh, because I keep collecting stuff. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta do this all over again. Or, I get sent, I had actually got a Happy Mail for my sister-in-law. She moved, and she was cleaning out a bunch of her office stuff, and she just has too many hobbies and too many things going on, and they're downsizing. And she's like, I have a bunch of scrapbook stuff. And I'm like, okay. So she sends me some wads of paper, which are really pretty. But everything she sent me really does pertain. It actually lends itself to a little bit of happy planning. But actually lends itself to our genre, our journal genre here. Whoops, sorry guys. And I was like, oh, well, that's cute, and that works. Oh my gosh. So I was really shocked. So I have a hoard of washies, and I have stickers, and she sent me a thing of embellishments. Like, which one is this? One of them. Let's see which one. Nope. Well, there's that too. But hold on. She sent me bling. I don't know it's probably from weddings or something, but pretty box too. But she sent me pearls and rhinestones and things that I think she'd been collecting from, different ordeals. But I have bling, I have gems, I have, well, if I do another Valentine, I have floral. I mean, look at this. And gold. That would have been gorgeous, of course, on the, there we go. On that journal we just did. But I have it in silver. And then our favorite stuff, right, from Dollar Tree, she has it in green, which is a great ordeal for stuff. So she sent me all kinds of things. So funny. A little rhinestone. So I have all kinds of new gems and bling to play with. I'm so stoked about that. Yeah, oh, look at this. Look at these. Oh my gosh. I don't know what you'd all... That was on cake toppers. Oh, cute. But for us, we're going to glue that down. There we go. And look at those. Oh, so anyway, yeah, a lot of happy mail. So yeah, she was doing some cleaning, and she's like, oh, I have some scrapbook stuff for you. And I'm like, okay. And she said all kinds of things, and I was like, oh, well, I'm all set for journaling, but I don't know where to put any of it. Thank gosh for boxes, right? All right, so last but not least, if you lasted this long through me, I said I would work on an autumn journal. I'd work on something fanciful, and I've been trying to put together, it's working so far so well, I guess, a autumn princess. Blue Autumn Fairytale is what I'm calling it, because, not everybody's a princess, but most of fairy tales, have a princess and a Prince Charming and whatever in it, right? Somebody who's running around. But I loved the Victorian blue gowns that I found with a AI creator, digital painter, and she has these gorgeous photos. And so I started working on them. And so they look like they're painting, but they also look like they're photographs. And, I look up close and I'm like, oh, that's all graphic. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the blue, love the Victorian look. And I'm just trying to mesh ideas and looks. So, when you fold them, you have, two very, separate pages. These are the first few pages that I worked on. As you see, a very blue. This was a mishap. It did not go as planned. This is being revamped as we speak. I got to work on that. Things like this. There's a frog in here. He sort of blends in, but there is a frog prince in there sitting on his throne, right? I love the wash of stuff. Trying to do the frames. There's the background of the other one. Again, it's just layers. I've got crinkled paper. I've pulled in blue. I've got floral fleur-de-lis behind, swashes, but these are pretty because it's just a nice layering by itself to add pockets to. So we've got that, and then this one, and this does need some more work. I need to enhance some of these. Now my printer is so bad it will muddy anything up, so I'm gonna have to do some test prints with some friends of mine, send them and say, hey, tell me, did it say muddy or did it pop? So I'm working on the background to get it to pop and hoping that it has more dimension. If not, it's not bad. It can be washed. It's super gorgeous, but it is one of my background pages, so I got to work on it. Then we have this, again, layers of, and then all these cute little guys that we're going to see throughout the pages, and a nice little pattern paper. So, yeah, it's in the progress. It's nowhere near done. 6 pages is not enough for you guys, right? 3 pretties and a couple backgrounds is not going to work. But I love the lady. I love the artist. And so I'm hoping, I got a couple different artists. Actually, I have one artist here, which I bought her stuff off Etsy. And the other one I'm working with. Things off my personal sites that I pay for every year. So it's just sort of meshing it together and seeing how it pans out. But yeah, I'm hoping we can get this very Victorian, vintage Victorian fairy tale autumn ordeal going. It's inspired by Cinderella, but it's not a Cinderella kit, of course. I mean, we have things that are unusual, but there. So I'm calling it a fairy tale, Blue Autumn Fairy Tale, because I realized that Cinderella is in a blue dress. Right? Yeah, blue dress. I'm not getting her mixed up right with Aurora, but I mean, her carriage is a pumpkin. pumpkins are only out in the fall. So who realized, it occurred to me now that Cinderella is a fall princess. At least when she finds her Prince Charming, right? It's in the fall. So blue and orange are great complementary colors. They bounce off each other. These girls can shine, but there's something behind them that they're not just blending all into. So that is the idea. That is the attempt. This is what we're working with. I hope you love the idea. Let me know how you feel. It is going to be horizontal. I cannot imagine trying to do this as a vertical. I know everybody's really stoked about skinnies right now. But due to the size of the frames, I keep finding they're very rectangle, and I'm having to tweak them a little bit to get them, laid out so we're not cropping too much of the girls. Some of these pages are really very vertical, and I am not finding quite the right vertical frames. I mean, yes, you turn them on their side, but they're still very square. I found some gorgeous ones, and they're all very square, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't want square, I need a rectangle, I realize. So we're going to have to deal. Some of them are just going to be square, and that's what we're going to deal with. Or I'm going to crop out the background, hope for the best, and, that they don't muddy up. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am working on a kit for you guys. I said I would be. I would start getting going, and here we go. There it is. We've got that going. Gorgeous Happy Mail from Celeste and her beautiful Woodland Inspired shop with all our goodies. And, well, we're working towards, one more fall journal that I'm going to, like I said, do a little tweaking on, see if we can get this finished up, and a little bit more of my own flair to it. Not that I don't have, a lot of fun little bits and pieces on how I layered stuff, but we'll do some mask making on some journal card decorating, and fix a few, pockets and pages. And I think this will be able to go out here the beginning of September, so that we can get it right out to you, and you can have another lovely autumn journal in your stash. I know mine's out, and I'm working on that. Mom made me a skinny last year with, which was this one? I don't know. This was one of my snail watercolor. I don't know. So she made a cute skinny one that I might actually use, but I am still working off my original journal, and it is 3 large things deep, and I'm only halfway through maybe each one, if that. So this is the ongoing family one. Maybe this little skinny one will be a new, just inspirational, and we'll go from there. So thank you all so much for joining, catching up with me, liking, loving, seeing what's going on. And like I said, all of Celeste's links will be on the bottom. Please check them out. Check her out. She's got a gorgeous shop. And we'll just see you guys on the flip side. As soon as I get this done, I'll let you know what's going on and how it turned out. And we'll go from there. So thank you all very much. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design. Love you all. Have a great week. Bye-bye.